Hi, I'm Katie Brown, Principal Consultant at Katie Brown Consulting. I think in the business of supporting vulnerable people, it's really important to understand the motivation and the values of potential business partners or consultants that your organisation is thinking about working with. I wanted to create this short origins video to share with my potential business partners a little bit more about my background and the two really important people that firstly motivated me to join this sector and secondly inspire me to want to work with other organisations to help them be the very best versions of themselves. Katie Brown Consulting allows me to combine my passion for teaching with my extensive experience as a leader and manager in service-based organisations. For as long as I can remember, I wanted to be a teacher. Looking back, I was obviously keen on nursing too, but I have vivid memories of sitting my little sister up with her dolls and playing schools. I liked using red pens and ticking answers. It probably explains why she ended up hating school, but I loved it. I was blessed with amazing teachers and went straight from high school to university to become an early childhood teacher. I followed this up with a postgraduate degree in education management. In my late 20s, I found myself getting ready to be married and wanted to start a family straight away. I didn't relish the idea of continuing to work with children all day on top of potentially being a mum, so my career transitioned to teaching adults at TAFE. In 2001, I married my husband Chris. This is one of my favourite photos of me with my dad. What we didn't know when this picture was taken was that in just over 2.5 years, Dad would be gone, having lost a courageous battle with lung cancer that was diagnosed in December 2002. April 23, 2024 marked the 20-year anniversary since my dad passed away. He was a larger-than-life character. He loved to have a drink, cooked an amazing barbecue, he loved his family, and had a close circle of friends, but an even larger circle of acquaintances and business associates. Dad went through radiation, numerous rounds of chemo, and tried every natural approach under the sun to try and stave off the progress of the cancer. In March 2004, Dad had been in hospital for several weeks following a lung collapse. We knew our time was limited and he wanted to come home to die. If only I knew then what I know now about hospitals, community health and palliative care. But I sorted out equipment and services with the help of the discharge planner at the Wesley Hospital in Brisbane, and Dad spent the last 3 weeks of his life at home with my mum, my nana who lived with my mum and dad, and a heavily pregnant me with grandchild number 1 on the way, visiting each day to spend time with Dad and support Mum where I could. It was during this time that our amazing GP, who did home visits, and the community nurses from Spiritus came every day to support us to ensure Dad's comfort at home. They floated in and out, doing what they had to do, but just letting us be as a family with no fuss. The oncologist had told Dad that he only had 12 months to live when he was first diagnosed, but he was stubborn and he stretched it out to 18 because he was never one to be told what to do. But in the end, the dreaded C won out and Dad passed away. He was only 53 years old. But my passion for palliative care and respecting client choices was ignited. Fast forward to 2014. I set up CHSP services for my nana, a World War II veteran and the matriarch of my mum's family. Nana had been living with my mum as her primary carer for more than a decade, and she was 92 years old, but only just starting to access home care services. Mum was still working part-time, so we kicked off with some domestic assistance and then got her assessed for a level 2 home care package. I handpicked the service provider for her, but in 2015 found myself running a large home care and rehabilitation service on the Sunshine Coast, so her home care package transitioned across to this provider under my watchful eye. Nan's home care package followed me across to the next provider, where I was now a general manager. Having this most precious of people receiving services from organisations that I was running provided some unique perspectives for client feedback from both Nan and my mum. It gave me the experience of straddling both service delivery, advocacy, and client journey at the same time, some of it also during COVID. If you've ever attended a workshop or guest speaking spot that I have done, Naughty Nana features heavily. She has been an inspiration for training and even got involved in support worker interviews at one stage. Nan lived to be 100 years, 5 months, and 8 days old, and like Dad, she wanted to stay at home and die at home. With the use of her Level 4 home care package, a team of amazing support workers and care manager, another awesome GP who did home visits, and additional support from the community palliative care team, we were able to do just that. I won't sugarcoat it. It was really tough going and a very different experience to my dad's passing, but we were able to work together to respect her wishes. My sister and I had the privilege of washing and dressing her for the last time before she headed off to university, having donated her body to the QUT Body Bequest program for research and training purposes. I was blessed to have my Nana in my life for 48 years. She cared for me as a child, supported me throughout my life with all the choices I had made, both good and bad. She was a confidant, a conspirator, and she was very involved with raising my children. It was my honour to have been able to have reciprocated all that care and love for her in the last years of her life. My goal is to make sure everyone's Nana, grandpa, mum, dad, daughter or son receives the care and support they want and need. We achieved this because there were great people along the way. Support workers, care managers, nurses, GPs, all who shared our commitment and our values. Thank you for allowing me to share a little bit more about my story with you and why I'm so passionate about supporting community service organisations and the really important work that you do. If I can be of any service to your organisation, please don't hesitate to reach out and contact me directly through my website www.katiebrownconsulting.com.au.